Alright. Let me test that this all works. It's been a hot minute since I streamed on the PlayStation. Okay. The overlay only works when I stream on the PlayStation. Alright. We're just gonna go around and open chests on the Loufu. I just, like, don't have it in me, you know? I do have a couple of these that I'm gonna go do. Well, that's not getting done, so...
This haven of memories. Every touch, every moment is like a thorn rose.
Let's go talk to... Oh dear. I told you. Are you gonna... Oh my goodness. Yeah, I mean, I guess you're technically gonna die. If you just, like, completely de-age. It's guaranteed delicious. He is not my brother. Are we gonna go... Oh.
This haven of memories. Every...
He won't be here tomorrow. He gonna die. At least it's doing all the teleporting for us. Have you gotten even littler? Hello! How are you? Is he gonna die in front? I've been better. I was on vacation and I got sunstroke and a really, really bad sunburn. So I'm not feeling too swell. I'm over the sunstroke because it's been a couple days, but the sunburn obviously is going to take a while. Well, okay. Bye, Todd. Okay, where do I guess we'll start here.
This haven of memories. Every touch, every moment is like a thorn rose.
My parents came to see me, so, we went to, I live down south, and there's some islands that we can go to. And we went to a beach, and I did have sunscreen on, because everyone keeps being like, well, you should wear sunscreen, but I was in the water a lot, and the water amplifies the sun, and so,
Don't forget to let your friends in on the action.
it kind of just made everything worse. Is this our hotel? No. But she doesn't look very imprisoned to me. Just gonna point that out there. Yes and no. I'm not super caught up. On it, partially because of the vacation and partially because some of the big mess up is that the launch of the latest update was incredibly buggy, and so I was kind of like, I'll give it time, but they've made some story changes that aren't popular. Basically, they went and they retconned some stuff. And obviously, retcons are quite often not popular. For good reason. I mean, basically, so Infinity Nikki is part of a series of dress-up games, and the retcons that they made were to make it more in line with some of the older games. And there had been a lot of complaints that this first part of the story, because they'd gone through the first storyline of Infinity Nikki, there were other characters that seemed more powerful than Nikki, and that's not really the case in older Nikki games. And there have been some complaints from fans about that with the hope that in future stuff they would just change that in future stories. But instead they decided, like, for all that people had not been super happy with how Nikki had been handled, I guess I currently play one of the older games, but like I'm not an original player. I didn't play it until I started playing Infinity Nikki. But anyway, for all of the like kind of complaints about other characters being kind of more powerful and seeming like a bigger deal than Nikki, they were also very popular characters. Like people liked these characters. And the retcons that they chose to make, the direction that they went was, in order to make Nikki seem like a bigger deal, they had to, in part, make these characters seem like less of a big deal. And so they retconned the stories in a way that, like, basically, like, one of the characters, for example, in the original storyline had been like, oh, I was kidnapped as a kid and I kind of became evil, joined the bad guys, but I was joining them to betray them. Hello. And, but I secretly, like, wished on this wish bottle, and all of a sudden the world reset and Nikki appeared. Well, in the retcon, they introduced this new character who loves Nikki and is the one who brought her to the universe, and they were like, oh yeah, that guy who, like, wished on the bottle and got Nikki, he's just crazy and delusional. He is from an alternate world, but he didn't actually cause Nikki to come to this world. Oh, and he actually went like full-blown crazy evil in the original timeline, and we don't know why he doesn't remember it, but he's a delusional idiot. And they kind of did that with some other characters as well, and so it was not a popular thing. So there is kind of it's not a boycott, it's a girl-cott of the Nikki game right now, of like spending money on it. I said largely I'm waiting for them. I think at this point they've put out updates, so it should be playable on PlayStation. That was the big problem, is for a hot minute it was not playable on PlayStation. Yeah. And like I said, in some parts it was to like line it up with existing games in the franchise, which is kind of what people wanted. But I think, well, A, it definitely didn't help that everything was just a huge buggy mess, but B, like I said, it'd be one thing if, like, people had just not liked these characters either, and then they'd made the changes, and people would have been like, yeah, okay, whatever. Retcon this early into a game, not great, but, you know, it is what it is. People have liked the characters quite a bit.
Don't forget to let your friends in on the action.
And they're not a big fan of this new character they've introduced that is in, like, to line things up with the world. And so, you know, choices. And it's unfortunate because it had actually been a pretty, like, up until this point, people had been largely pretty satisfied with the choices that were being made. I mean, I'm not going to say, like, they loved everything, but... What is this? That stuff happens, though, with games. I mean, Genshin and Honkai and stuff, they've all certainly made some errors. You know, I'm decently happy with Genshin, but I know there's a lot of people who aren't.
There's a poem that says,
To be fair, though, some of it is like, well, so definitely with Nikki, you do run a little bit into people who haven't played gacha games before. Also, I'm pretty sure I said hello to Reader, but if I didn't, I don't know. I'm still a little not myself. I'm sorry, why am I being called little one? Do I look little to you? Well, bad news for you, buddy. She's presumed dead right now. So, I don't think she's gonna be taking over that guild for the time being. Maybe in the future, but no, as I was saying, like, I know games in general
there's a poem.
there are times where their decisions are popular and there are times where they aren't, and it's kind of just the cycle of games. No game is perfect, and no one choice is going to be popular, and people also just have a lot of different opinions. I know that things I like about Genshin are things other people dislike about it, and vice versa, so... You know, that do be how it be. Exit. Interact with the chest. What chest? It's the way of the trailblaze. Oh. Are you gonna break my ribs? Now, I don't know a lot, but boy, our good friend of the channel, Rederb, is quite the fan of the Fate series. So I've been informed of much. Yeah. I was gonna play Fate Grand Order, but I have too many games. Since you've last been here, I'm pretty sure since you've last been here, there was the spring sale on Steam and PlayStation, and I fear that I lost my mind a little. I also bought a Steam Deck to play all of these Steam games. Oh my, I went a little crazy, and then I learned that I could stream Sims on my laptop, that my laptop was powerful enough to handle that, so I decided I didn't have it in me to play Grand Order, so I'm gonna watch someone play Grand Order. I did promise to watch some of the Fate, like, anime series, though, but I don't know. I haven't really decided if I'm gonna...
Gotta triple check when the meeting is scheduled.
I haven't decided if I'm gonna I mean, obviously we're getting the 4-star. Well, I can't remember if they said he was a 4 or 5-star. We're getting Archer for free. We'll see. It kind of depends on who's gonna run alongside them. Once I finish this, I'll show you. Yes. I have gotten a few characters since being here. Since you were last here. I got Jiachi, and then, listen, I knew nothing about Anaxa, and because I kind of been taking a break from Star Rail, as I usually end up doing, and then the day that he came out, I was on my lunch break at work, and I saw a TikTok edit of him, and I just knew. And I came home, and money may have been exchanged so I could get an access. And I've just been working on him since. Yeah. For a solid, like, week and a half there, my TikTok was just full of Anaxa edits. So he's level 80, Lake Cone. Pretty decent traces. The only problem is, because I take so goddamn long playing the game, because I'm like, I'm gonna do everything in order. I have no planner artifacts. The only ones I have are on Acheron. I don't know what it's called in Honkai, but in Genshin terms, I strongboxed them. Because I'm pretty consistent about doing my dailies on Honkai. Like, I haven't the last couple days because I've been pretty holed up in bed. Now that I don't live in a one-room apartment, I can't play my PlayStation from bed. So I kind of not left my bed a lot because it hurts to move. But so yeah, I don't have any planner artifacts for him. So he's just on some random shit. But it's fine. You know? Ha ha ha, I got you in trouble. Ting Yun is way cooler than you. Yeah, well, and truly for someone like me, I'm not doing any of the endgame content. In part because I play so many goddamn games. I don't have time to be like sitting here working on builds constantly. But also I'm just not that interested in in-game content. Hello. Oh. Yeah. About Todd. He's gone. My apologies. But no, that's just like in Genshin, like and it's the same in Honkai and probably in other games. I'll go long enough. I like artifact if I'm working on a character, genuinely working on a character, I'll artifact farm long enough to get them artifacts with the correct main stats and at least a little bit of the correct like substats. Like our boy adventuring here. Like I have the correct stuff. I did happen to get lucky on some of these defense rolls, but like I have the correct stats. Aggron's a pretty special case. I did farm quite a bit for specifically, I can't remember what piece. I have a couple pieces that I like can swap out for her. You can see I didn't even finish. I can't remember if I was purposely doing two-piece on Robin here. She kind of got sidelined after I got Jiachi. But anyway, I'll like do it enough to get the correct stats and at least a roll or two into the correct substats, but I won't spend a ton of time on it. Ugh. Mung bean soda just sounds like it'd be really gross. Actually, I did want to be down here. Yeah. I have to say, even Honkai, where you can auto battle it, I think the superior one is in Infinity Nikki. Once you've beaten a domain once, you can just like go in, type in the number of times you want to fight it for the day corresponding to your energy level, and it'll just do that. You don't have to like sit there and auto battle it and watch that play out. It's like 2 seconds, and I highly prefer that. I mean, I know some of it is because like if you're spending time, they want you to spend time in the game. God, this bird's trying to die. Okay. What a weird bird. Bird is the word. Yeah, hey, you've got like freaky birds. It was sad. Like, I don't know what else would a depressed Psy Crane mean? I'm sorry. I think I would know if it was someone dressed as a Psy Crane. I mean, there's some size differences there. Okay, well, this is gonna be a multi-step thing, I assume, to find all these Psy Cranes. Okay. We're on the hunt. Word has it that there's a Psy Crane around here. Kind of dissatisfied. Nah, that's not good. The workers are revolting. No. So, for Genshin on my main account, I just pulled Jalonin not that long ago, and then before that I had, I don't know how, but by the skin of my teeth, pulled Moika and Sitlali. And I still need to work on the exploration for the new area, but I also have reached the point where, like, I mean, if the only thing I have to get primos from is events in the new area, I'm not exactly a well of primos. So I'm not going, I think for a while I'm not gonna wish for anybody on Genshin. I'm at the point where there aren't any rerun characters that I would like. So, the only new character I want is Skirk, and my plan is to get her for my account that I stream off of, but we'll see if that happens, because I haven't played on it in a hot second. Like I said, I figured out how to stream The Sims, and that kind of took over my life for a minute. What else have I been streaming? But no, I'd finished up Surumi Island on my alt account, and then I haven't really been back since. Just done a bunch of random stuff. Oh, I played a whole bunch of Gas Station Simulator. And I was actually playing Wuwa for a hot minute, but that's because I needed stuff for Shorekeeper, and then I got Shorekeeper, and to be honest, I don't know when I'm going to go back to playing that. I need to build Shorekeeper. I don't have Mizuki. I assume probably for anniversary I'll just go for her. I did a couple wishes on her original banner, but I wasn't that dedicated to it. I think I had just pulled for Moika and Sitlali, or was about to, so not exactly a lot to go around, like I said. But well, and I haven't done the new Genshin quest because the Venti voice actor has said that she's recorded the lines, they just need to patch it in. So, I'm gonna wait for them to patch his lines in before I play it. So at least I'll have Venti. Because I know for several of them it's gonna be, if we get them again, it's either gonna be a while or it's gonna be a new voice. Like Albedo and Barbara have already kind of said they're not gonna come, their VAs have already kind of said they're not gonna come back unless an agreement is signed. So I have begun to accept the reality that we're probably about to see a whole bunch of new VAs for Genshin. Are you there? Can only do it. Oh my god. I'm gonna have to look this up. It's a whole mess. It's a whole mess that I've been following personally because I do enjoy drama, but like, it's a mess. And like I said, I think it's reached the point that I have come to accept the fact that some of these voice actors are just not going to return. And this is because I am of the belief that Genshin is not going to sign this agreement. Or not just Genshin, but Hoyo is just not going to sign this agreement. Like, regardless of your feelings, it's not... like, there's not a whole lot of... I mean, beyond the getting your voice, like, your original voice actors back, that's basically the only benefit to them signing this agreement. Now I know that the union maybe thinks it's more than that because they believe that union talent is... what was I saying? The union has kind of stated they believe union talent is far superior to non-union talent. So, like, I don't know, maybe in their opinion that's a benefit to this agreement, but I don't think, having looked at the agreement, I don't think there's a huge amount of benefit to Hoyo to sign it, and so I just don't think they'll sign it. And so I think if the strike comes to an end with the actually struck studios, like, that all comes to an end, obviously there comes to a point where the official strike is over and the voice actors have to decide if they come back or not. And I've got the impression that some of them are very dedicated to the fact that they wanted this agreement to be signed, that they may choose not to return. And I mean, it's unfortunate as someone who likes their voices, but also, like, I guess everyone has to make their own choices. That was weird. I don't know, though. Who am I? I'm just an idiot.
When it first opened, the
What were you saying no to? Yeah. I I just meant like an idiot in the sense of I'm not a voice actor. I don't know that much about like what do I know about voice acting? I'm getting there. You. I should probably do some of this stuff. Oh, it's a romance hotline. Oh my gosh. I've been caught. General Jingwan? Are we talking about him? Are you singing songs about father? Oh, more packages. Am I gonna get in trouble for touching weapons? Why have you... That's right. That's right. You stay away from me. I'll beat you up.
Seek, and you will find.
People out here trying to start fights with me. Ancient game to make my brain feel brand new. If it's anything like chess, I don't want to play. I've never actually played chess, but it just sounds more complicated than...
Should I buy it?
Oh, I can't buy an abacus. What a shame. Sup, Howard? Were you there when I made your colleague bark like a dog? It was the funniest moment of my life.
Storytelling is such an outdated art form.
Rude. Shouldn't say that in front of the storytellers. How long is this book? My gosh. What do you sell? I'll buy some of that. Fancy tea. I gotta go to all the shops, you know?
Abacuses, books, and silver, all of the finest quality.
Oh, I see. What am I investigating? I'm a hoarder. You can just say it. But I like revenge. I want to know about your revenge. We already discussed that I like gossip. Well, I got a thing for
Amazing
you.
goods left over for you here at Jeweler's Pagoda.
Oh. Sending me to a book place? Do you? Or my tea place? Seems a little suspicious. It's a little sus. Some more basic treasure. God, what's up with all the kids around here? I mean, I know some of them are like reborn people, they're not actually kids. I did the competitive eater thing, on Bellabog. Okay. I can't remember how the one on Bellabog worked. Yeah, I don't think Maddie knows an awful lot about diplomacy with how I've chosen to play her. I've definitely chosen the garbage raccoon route for my little trailblazer. Sup? I'd like to engage. Hello, small child. Okay. I'm not too worried about... I mean, I don't have to beat up the little girl, do I? Oh. That was in my ear. You don't want to drink too much. Oh. I was gonna say... You don't want to drink too much, water during an eating competition, because water fills you up. I've never been in a food eating competition. I just know the water fills you. I'm gonna steal that. Some more vending machine with gross soda. All right. We finished this area. So, on to Cloudford. Hello! I'm doing okay. It is 9 o'clock. Before I do Cloudford. Let me double check. Where am I going? Okay. I'm gonna go get the cranes. That's not it. I'm not in the right place. It's weird. They left so I last saw them Friday because they left at like 5:30 a.m. yesterday. And they didn't want to have me have to drive them to the airport at like 5 a.m. And obviously they didn't know if I was going to be okay. So, yeah, they left a little bit ago. But they're already back home and stuff. I'm not very good at reading this map. I can't figure out where this
Ready for another?
crane is.
Still waters uplifting. I weep for the departed. It too shall fall. Another blood debt repaid.
What's that? Ooh, found it. But no,
Since you're already here.
so they took my car into the shop for me and got it all repaired on Friday while I laid in bed all day. Then I laid in bed yesterday too. That's why I didn't stream. I just did not have it in me.
I weep for the departed.
So most of my sunstroke stuff is gone. But now I just have the sunburns, and they're really bad. It hurts to move my shoulders. So I'll get to that later. Okay, here's our next cycling. It is a dragon. Go back home. Oh, fuck. Okay. Yeah, I usually heal decently fast, but these were pretty bad. I've never gotten actual blisters from sunburns before, but I think because I was in the water the whole day and the water kind of like amplifies it. Amplifies the sun and makes sunburns worse. That's why they're so bad. Okay, and then our other one is down here. I don't know if I want to be flirted with by a crane. It's a little weird. I mean, I had sunscreen on. I put it on multiple times, but like I said, between the water probably kind of washing it off a little and then just being in the water, I think is why. Because I don't usually burn super easily, but also it's been a couple years since I mean, obviously I've been outside, but it's been a little bit since I've really spent a lot of time in the sun. No, thank you. You're not very courteous. I just want to say, the words coming out of your mouth, not courteous. And I'm not gonna kiss you. Not gonna happen. I'll go get your photo book for you, but I don't want to be hit on following this incident.
One more shot.
Destined for oblivion. I weep for the departed.
We'll say after this, stream should be back to their irregular schedule. I don't even want to call it a regular schedule, but more normals. I don't have any other vacation plans anytime soon.
Since you're already here, why not have a meal before coming?
Spend freely.
Destined for oblivion. Another blood debt repaid.
I like adding fuel to the fire. More seasoning.
Ready for another? Net markers activated. Time for a good old counterattack.
Bust. Or maybe I'll take it all.
I weep for the departed. It too shall fall. Another blood debt repaid.
What kind of photo book is this? Oh, it's pictures of gears? Maybe that's like photos. I don't know. Okay. Let's begin our exploration of Cloudford. Now that I have the Psycranes. It appears I already got this one. Maybe I should pull out my Anaxa and
Since
see
you're already here, why not
see
have a
what he
meal?
does. I've not used him yet.
Still waters of oblivion.
Let's work on this. Getting a lot of that effect res. Okay. And I'm trying to think of who his... I'll at least enhance this one. Because it's him, Sunday, Adventuring. And Robin. And Robin will be all good. So. And then. Do I have. Sunday could use some work. Do I have anything else I can put here? No. It'll be fine. What do you sell? I'm actually Anaxagoras. What? This is interesting. Oh, I liked that. Oh. 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 What me versus fence not going well.
I suppose I can just ignore this.
Wait. I don't know if I have them in order. Okay, the right order should be Robin, Sunday, Adventuring. Robin, Sunday, Adventuring, and Axa. Did I? Well, yeah. And then I kind of didn't save her. It wasn't really her. It's complicated. I feel bad taking credit for that. Okay. Okay.
If Cersei saw this puzzle, they'd die from laughter.
Listen.
Go melt it down.
Okay, and it's 4 a day. Kind of like it. This is better than the other puzzles. The repair puzzles, I hate those.
It's just an answer.
Doubt farewell. Insanity.
Fascinate all together.
Serenity is before me. With this divine power, I reforge all things.
Okay. I liked that.
I suppose I can just ignore this.
Jesus. I liked that. That was good. There we go. Is this one gonna have monsters on it? No.
If Cersei saw this puzzle, they'd die from laughter.
Alright, one more for the day, and then we'll have to wait till next time. I am using the interactive map. I always use the interactive map for all my exploration needs. Oh.
It's just an answer.
Hello. If you can just leave. Okay, this is Romeo and Juliet.
useful for Elk.
Poor Rom and Com. Alright, I'll be back tomorrow. And I must have already gotten this one as well. This is a new puzzle. Oh boy. Damn.
All things are connected by origin and are made of the same essence. I suppose I can just ignore this.
In my defense, there were 2 markers here and one's for a puzzle you come back later to do, so I was trying to read the instructions for the other puzzle that you can get from here. That's right.
Farewell. Watch over you. Guide you on your path.
Insanity!
Harmony and unison.
No
It's okay.
con-
It's okay.
Bust. Or maybe I'll take it all. Watch your head. Serenity is before me.
Good soul!
Oh, my one shoulder hurts so bad.
With this divine power, I reforge all things! I have better control.
Stars echo.
I finally got to the point where I can sleep again, at least.
Farewell.
That's the important part.
Bust. Or maybe I'll take it all. Watch your head. Serenity is before me. Watch over you. Guide you on your path.
With this divine power, I reforge all things! Insanity!
Formidable foe defeated. How do I...
Why don't you tell me?
Guess there may have been a warp trotter here at some point. But it's hard for me to tell. I can't remember if I can't remember what I've fought here and what I haven't. I'll leave it on my map for now and I'll come back tomorrow and see if it's here. There we go.
They die from laughter.
All these 4-star artifacts or relics that I don't need anymore. Well, you're gonna need to be built for it. I don't know what to tell you.
Insanity. With this divine power, I reforge all things.
Harmony and unison.
Down, farewell. Serenity is before me. Watch over you. Guide you on your path.
With this divine power, I reforge all things. Insanity.
It's not good.
Spend freely.
The rating now, obviously it's a little So
Insanity.
mine, so it's very regional too, so like mine is 1.5. They really mad
Not too shabby.
in my region.
Useful for alchemy.
Doubt farewell.
To the soul. With this divine power, I reforge all things.
Harmony and unison.
Bust. Or maybe I'll take it all.
Trinity is before me.
Insanity. An undisputed victory.
Watch over you. Guide you on your path. Doubt farewell.
With this divine power, I reforge all things.
Well, and some of why it might be more upsetting in my region is because,
With this divine power, I reforge all
in
things.
I was talking about earlier, like, some of why I think they made the retcons and stuff is because of
Trinity is before me.
original Nikki game players. Well, a lot of the people who had the complaints about the characterization of Nikki and stuff, not American, and so
Watch over you. Guide you on your path.
the retcons are going to be really unpopular
Reforge all
for
things.
an audience in a region that's not interested in
An undisputed victory.
in the changes being made. Like, until recently, games like Nikki and Gacha games just not quite as big of a deal here. I mean, now they're a huge thing, but some of your older gacha games, A, just aren't available here. I'm so upset with myself. On my alt account, I was logging in to get all of the anniversary rewards, and I meant to be pulling for Ratio because I thought maybe Ratio would be nice on that account, and my dumbass accidentally pulled on his light cone and not like I was in a hurry because my parents were here, and so I was like they were about to come over to meet me to go somewhere, and so I was like really quick last minute doing it, and I think just like I wasn't paying attention and didn't scroll all the way up. And so now I have this kind of like useless light cone on my other account.
every shadow on the Yao Qing could be me.
Oh my god. Okay. Well, thanks for letting me know.
Seek and you shall receive.
The good news is I don't need to go to the Yao Qing, so I don't need to worry about the shadows.
Farewell. Watch over you. Guide you on your path.
Bust? Or maybe I'll take it off!
With this divine power, I reforge all things.
He's doing pretty good. Definitely not as good as my Acheron. But he's not doing bad.
I suppose I can just ignore this.
I did that one all on my own. What's gonna be on the other side? Okay.
Go melt it down.
Damn, he really just does not appreciate the things you get out of chests.
suppose I can just ignore this.
Yes. The sit up my shoulders is killing me.
All together.
It's because the little blisters get all scrunched up. I assume.
Serenity is before me.
An undisputed victory.
I do like him so far.
Guide you on your path. Now farewell.
With this divine power,
I say he's just not quite as well built as my Acheron, but he's really good at like he can kind of just ignore their weaknesses.
with this divine power, I reforge all things. An undisputed victory. Go melt it down.
There you go. Oh, who's messaging me? Oh. Yeah. I think you need to invest in some mental health services for these cranes, though. What do they call me? The Psy Crane Hunter. It's not very creative. Only 2 left. I've missed several messages from her. Oh my god. I'm being threatened, I think. I don't think you should be reporting me. Okay. Well, that's good. I know some powerful people. Hexanexus forever. Do I need to repair you? No. Where are we going? I will pick up that. Alright, have a good night. Or day. See you next time. Why can't I go in? Let me in. Unguarded.
Serenity is before me. Watch over you. Guide you on your path.
Resonate all together. Stars echo.
Doubt farewell.
With this divine power, I reforge all things.
Go solve this puzzle. Sometimes getting the rings to turn is a little annoying. I don't know if I'm just like not doing it right or if it's just a little buggy.
I suppose I can just ignore this.
Yeah, you pretty much can.
Go melt it down.
Alright, that's Cloudford done. Except for, like, stuff I gotta come back to do. Let's go to Stargazer Note. Oh, yeah, let's see the crane that I need to get from... Oh, I need to go to the Exalting Sanctum first. And, okay. I'll go do that first. It's just easier that way.
Be grateful for all this clamor. That is the sound of thoughts clashing.
I don't live inside a base because I can't. Well, there are bases I can fit in. We have a really big one at work that is taller than me. I'll worry about that trash later. It's a little hard to tell where I needed to go for this. It's like right here. Oh, here it is. Stonker. It's such an odd name. Oh, that's good that you know that it belongs to the general. No, I don't. Tell me about the rules. There's only 3 of you, I believe. Okay. Oh my god, he has the runs. Flowers and 10 pots. Oh my god, what? Okay. I'm gonna need someone to answer this for me. Okay, wait. I don't know, that was a lot of math. That's true. You can come back to visit. You just gotta kind of stay doing part of your job. Alright, let's go find the last side crane. It's in Stargazer Nevalia. It's here? Maybe? No, it's down here. Cute little goldfish. Oh no. He kind of overheated himself.
It's okay. It's okay.
No dirty
Watch your head.
bust. Or maybe I'll take it all.
See, look at that little side grind. You don't need to be worried. Okay, let's go back to you.
Be grateful for all this clamor. That is the sound of thoughts clashing.
Good to know. I got the cycranes for you.
Express at your service.
Well, don't make it depressed again. Okay, and I think everything else is after reset tomorrow. Get rid of this stuff. Okay, now we're going to Stargazer Novalia. This place is kind of big. I'll start down here, I guess. And work my way around. Something escaped. go.
It's just an answer. Nothing too difficult.
Let's see, it's 10 o'clock now. Probably go about another hour.
Go melt it down. I suppose I can just ignore this.
Go. I must have just gotten all the warp trotters. No, here it is. I misread my map.
Watch over you. Guide you on your path. Now farewell.
With this divine power, I reforge all things. Insanity.
It's not gonna be enough. You can't out heal me. Thing is, he can hit them from afar.
Insanity. With this divine power, I reforge all things.
Resonate all together.
No dirty tricks. Now farewell. Watch over you. Guide you on your path.
Sorry about that.
Facing death, yet finding life. Serenity is before me.
With this divine power, I reforge all things. Insanity. To the soul.
Harmony and unison. Stars echo.
Now farewell.
Not too shabby. Useful for alchemy.
guide you on your path. Serenity is before me.
With this divine power, I reforge all things. Insanity.
An undisputed victory.
Congrats.
Out, farewell.
Resonate all together.
Bust. Or maybe I'll take it all. Watch your head.
Serenity is before me. Watch over
We
you.
need to go rescue a crane.
With this divine power, I reforge all things.
No, let me figure out how to make it to where I want to go. Down here.
Out, farewell.
Insanity.
Oh, and some news. I did so my channel had its starts in me playing Assassin's Creed Odyssey, which I never finished.
Forge all
I did
things.
recently get Assassin's Creed Origins. It was on sale for like $5, so I might play that. To be honest, I might just restart Odyssey
Watch over you. Guide you on your path.
at a later date, though. It's kind of a long game.
It's on me. No dirty tricks on me.
Serenity is before me.
Insanity. With this divine power, I reforge all things.
Out, farewell.
To the soul.
An undisputed victory.
So when I first started this channel, I played Genshin, and I played Stray, which that was only like 2 streams, and then I played Odyssey. I know I tried a couple other games, but that I need to go back and play. I just never got around to them.
Serenity is before me. Watch over you. Guide you on your path.
Insanity. With this divine power, I reforge all things.
Harmony and unison.
Problem is, sometimes I just come on and stream and I'm like, let's just start a completely new game, like, constantly, rather than working on the games that I have. Because, like, if I could just catch myself up on Star Rail and on Infinity Nikki, that right there would take out a good chunk of what I stream. But I suppose that's life. Took my glasses off when I sneezed. I got stuff on my glasses.
It's just an answer. Nothing too difficult.
this is bringing a good amount of... Because I think I want to go for the Herda. Maybe. Or maybe a Glea. And then go for the Herda on my other account. Okay.
Go melt it down.
I don't know. What are Aglaya
I
teams
suppose I
like?
can just ignore this. All things are connected by origin and are made of the same essence.
I mean, it's kind of just this team, but with Aglaya. This also says Hua Hua, but I'm guessing you can replace Venturing in as a sustain. Might be better to go for Aglaya, because I want to say...
All things are connected.
I want to say the Herda takes... I mean, I don't think she really needs it, but... She kind of wants Tribby, she kind of wants Lingsha. I'm not going to go for Tribby. I mean, you can use... I guess you can use Sunday. And then... Venture. Kind of want to go for Aglaya, though. This help? No, because that blocks the way. Ah. Can I get to it now? Yes.
Not too shabby. Useful for alchemy.
More goldfish.
Doubt farewell.
Lots of goldfish.
Resonate all together. Stars echo.
Serenity is before me. Watch over you. Guide you on your path.
With this divine power, I reforge all things. To the soul.
Tomorrow I will probably play this again. Just because it'll update after that. And then after that, for the rest of the weekdays,
I
I'll
reforge
probably
all
play
things.
Sims.
Insanity.
And then, some point this weekend, I'm gonna do Genshin and the Genshin event.
An undisputed victory.
And I'm also
Go
gonna
melt it
probably work on Infinity Nikki.
I'll overcome the serenity is before me. Watch over you. Guide you on your path.
But
To the soul. With this divine power, I reforge all things.
this and Nikki are the thing I need to catch up on.
Harmony
Like
and unity.
this with quests and exploration, and Nikki is purely exploration and the new content.
An undisputed victory.
Serenity is before me.
Hopefully I'll catch up on them soon, and I intend to get back to my usual streaming Genshin account. I need to finish Sarumi stuff that I don't really want to stream.
Doubt
Just
farewell.
some of the ghost stuff that's like multi-day. I just need to get around to doing it.
An undisputed victory. Go melt it down.
Serenity is before me.
With this divine power, I reforge all things. To the soul.
Which honestly, Nikki, I just need to do a bunch off stream.
Harmony
Seem
and
to be
unity.
faster exploration on Nikki when I'm not streaming.
To the soul. With this divine power, I reforge
I mean,
all
I'll be honest,
things.
in general, exploration is usually slightly faster off stream. It feels like, I don't know if it really is. Maybe it's just like a hallucination. Yeah, like I sometimes just feel like it's faster to like Not so much with Honkai, but Honkai Exploration is pretty sparse, but like and maybe it's just like, yeah, you're not being distracted by chat, but also like you feel less pressure. Like, even though like not like people are pressuring me, but there is a certain amount of pressure of like, oh my god, people are like watching me play this when you're streaming. And also, like, even if you don't have anyone actively talking to you in chat, you're like trying to think of things to say, although I'm not very good at that. It doesn't seem like it, because these days I seem to have people in during most of my streams. But, like, I'm still really bad at, like, when you go on the forums, the advice is always just, like, talk when, like, people aren't there, as if people are there. And I'm always like, but I don't know what to talk about. Like, the chat provides commentary, because, I mean, I do talk sometimes out here living, like, this thrilling life. I don't... Episodes on vacation.
You shall receive. Farewell.
They talk about the vacation on stream. I just put it on Discord. That is the gift of the Discord. Y'all get my wonderful photos. There would have been more because we were supposed to go to Vicksburg. Although having been to battlefields and stuff, there's not usually a ton of great things to take pictures of. But between the car and me, like, feeling like I was gonna die. I mean, I said it in the Discord. So the night of, we were driving home from the beach. Obviously, like, I was physically on fire, but I was freezing cold, which is something that happens when you get sunburn and sunstroke. And then I was so tired. And that's the sunstroke is. That's, like, just mild sunstroke alone will give you. You'll just be exhausted. And then we got home, and I, like, could not eat. Like, nothing sounded good. My parents took me out and I got a milkshake and I drank like 5 sips of it, and I ate 4 french fries, and I had some beef jerky on the way home, but that was before the heat stroke had really set in. But I came home and it was hard to sleep because I was in pain, but I would wake up like every hour and I was having these like really vivid dreams. And I would wake up and I'd be confused on like what was real and what wasn't real, and I was confused about like where I was, and I was still freezing cold. And it was freaky. Because I have had heat stroke before, but it was much milder. Well, and it's funny because the first time I had, and then the next morning I woke up and puked. That's the point where I had to call my parents and be like, we're not going to Vicksburg because I've just been sick. Which was fine because the car took the whole day to repair. But I'd had heat stroke before when I was a kid, and it's funny because that time it was pretty mild, and I was actually out for a really long time the first time I got heat stroke, but this one I was only out for a handful of hours at the beach.
This divine power, I reforge all things.
Like I said, that the water amplifies it, and it just shows, and I guess the heat is different compared to like southern heat versus midwestern heat. Very different.
Watch over you. Guide you on your path.
With this divine power,
I am really enjoying Anaxa.
It's
Oh, it's Sunday. Oh.
Insanity. To the sword.
Took some minor damage there.
Useful for alchemy.
Now, farewell.
Insanity.
But no, the first time I got it, I certainly didn't have weird dreams. The exhaustion and the not eating are really common. The weird dreams and confusion and the vomiting is all on the list of things that you're supposed to go to the doctor for if you have those symptoms. But obviously I didn't know that. Didn't find that out until I was already kind of over the heat stroke. But you live and you learn, I guess. Take me down.
I suppose I can just ignore this.
Now, farewell.
With this
I don't know why, but now I have
Forge
Country
all
Road
things.
stuck in my head.
Serenity is before me. Watch over you. Guide you on your path.
With this divine power, I
I'd never
reforge
used
all
Sunday
things.
before either. And I mean, obviously, it's not like doing actual
An
damage,
undisputed
but
victory. Go melt it down.
he does seem to be buffing Anaxa pretty well,
Now, farewell.
as far as I can tell.
Harmony and unison.
Bust. Or maybe I'll take it off. Watch your head.
An undisputed victory.
Alright, that is Stargazer Nemelia done. As well. So now for the Exalting Sanctum. And we'll start down here.
Be grateful for all this clamor. That is the sound of thoughts clashing.
He's like, you should be glad to be in my presence. Okay, we have 13 days. Okay, it's what that other place is selling. Nothing horribly original. Bookshelf. Memories of copying. This is, I think we get this from the quest. Yeah. I always say, and I say the same with Genshin, at some point I need to have a reading stream. Back in the day when I first started playing, I used to read everything out loud from Star Rail, but I do not have that in me. It does hurt your voice a little, I have to admit. This is a bookstore. Oh.
If you want to read,
Sell me your
just
wares.
go in and browse around.
Oh my goodness. About to spend all my money on books. I did that in Genshin once. I want to say on my alternate account, I really had forgotten A, how little money that I had on that account, and B, how much money I'd probably spent on books on my main account. I used to go broke all the time because my goal is to perfect all the recipes. I've kind of fallen off from doing it. these days, but I back in the day,
So you're still reading traditional literature? Move on already.
I was consistently buying out like the ingredients and stuff for it, and I spent a lot of money on ingredients.
Go melt it down.
And there really are just so many books in Genshin and in Honkai.
Do you know how to fix a star?
I don't. I don't know how to fix a star skiff. What's inside? Okay, let's get this.
Household registration always takes forever.
Protecting Starskiff Haven. Part 1. Advocate. Unlike the bookstore, this one, like, the map has all the little specific markers for it. Oh, I don't know why we did that. That was so mean. Why did we do that? Why did we yell at him?
Registration always takes forever.
God, and now we're picking up people's diaries. Go in and out to get in the next one.
Household registration always takes forever.
We are really just a little gremlin. Okay, we've got that one.
I suppose I can just ignore this.
Okay. Let's get our way into...
Would you like me to relay your message?
I want to enter the seat of divine foresight, please. Let me see the general. Oh, more stuff on their arch enemies. Damn, got a lot of stuff on their arch enemies. I refuse to believe that Snow Moon is dead. I just don't accept that. Hello. Sorry, my collect button is a little... off. It's a little off its game. Having some problems getting it to collect. Hello. Hello, small child.
Rare swords.
Do you feel stressed out? This is important. I feel like the adults in your life are maybe being a little irresponsible by putting you to work this young. You need another room. I feel like the adults in your... I feel that it's weird that nobody sat there and was like, isn't it weird that we are letting this child run around, fight in war, have a job? Nobody questioned that for a minute. Like, I respect the general, but there is part of me that's like, what are you doing, pal? You gotta take better care of the small child. it's hard because we don't technically know. Well, like, I mean, it's implied that he's very young, but also he lives on a big thing of long life species, and so it is technically hard to tell, like, exactly how young he is and stuff. But it is weird. Societally for me. I'm like, no, small child. Protect the small child. You need to talk to Wu Hei. You. I need some books from you. You did go into goblin mode.
You'd be a tool to miss a tile in the pool.
Need your extractor cleaned or your star skiff serviced?
Alright. We just got a little more here, and then I will probably call it for the day. Oh no, don't buy. Don't buy weird supplements.
NutriTreasure's longevity supplements are highly rated by people who have used them.
I mean, I wouldn't call them meaningless.
NutriTreasure's longevity supplements are highly rated.
I already picked this up. Maybe. It's possible that I did. Oh, apparently I did. Okay. I'm gonna end it there, because I still need to go do dailies on some of my other games. But I'll be back tomorrow. Like I said, I think I'll play this just to continue working on exploration. But Have a good rest of your night.